Phenomenal.
You can get it chomping. You can get it mopping. You can get it reading the phone. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. A long cold Vic.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you? Crack pack. You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
I am a maverick. I am a savage. I am a legend. I am a madman. You never know what I'm going to do next. I am a mad lad.
Oh, should add myself, really. Welcome to the show, everyone. How you going tonight? Mad lads, bogans, mad whams. Isn't that what we used to say? How the hell are you? Might have a smaller show tonight. I think Ethan is live there, e-fapping that infuriating, what was it? Friggin', was it what'd you call it? A debate? I don't know if you guys caught it. It was something to behold. But anyway, in other breaking news, well, not really breaking. This came out a couple of hours ago now, but a few people have talked about it. There's been a hit piece on the Daily Cozzy, the Cozzos against Mike Barron. And it subsequently had his Kickstarter suspended. I've done a bunch of videos now on Private American, and it looks like we're gonna do one more. We're gonna hang out tonight. We're gonna dissect. We're gonna see what they're saying about us. Someone didn't get the memo. Apparently, there was a memo that went out. We know it went out because everyone stopped talking about CG like 2 years ago. This person on the Daily Cos, they didn't get it. We're gonna go through it, but before we do any of that, we must first say hello to this man right here, Rand Nada, who scored it again, 2 in a row. That means he gets the coveted 2 next to his name. Rand Nada, hail. Thank you very much. Number two among us. But first in the chat, we've also got Jeremy Burtz here. Mo Biggs, how Mo Biggs? He says, if there were only some way we could have known Kickstarter was like this. I know, right? Who could have imagined what would happen? This article is something else. I tell you what, it's been a while since we've had a good old-fashioned communist hit piece. It's been a while. It's going to be something to go through. We've got Judd Goswick here. Tortoise interference. Says it is hard to spell tortoise. Judd's having a problem with it. He's blaming autocorrect. Who knows? We got Neff in the house. How you going, buddy? Still waiting on my book. I cannot wait for my oversized Mavericks to arrive. It's going to be glorious. We got Jav Styler in the house. Jawohl. Wie geht's, Jav Styler? I was watching some of that Hitler meme thing the other day. You know the one? And I was like, I want to listen to this in the original German. It's really hard to understand if you kept the subtitles on, but if you turn them off, It's much easier to understand. I just figured that out. We got Hyper Wizard here in the chat. How you going, Hyper Wizard? Jeremy Burt. I've already said hello to Jeremy Burt. I'll say it twice. Stoneman's here. Evolution. Who else we got here? Joshua. We've got Steve. That Star Wars boy, man. Been a while. It's dropping those F Dannies. Love to see it. B-Rose in the house. Hail. Who else? Dr. Musk's Retro Elixir. Nearly screwed that up. Sumo Thori, I see you, buddy. All right, we're 5 minutes in. Oh, we've only got 30 people in the chat here, so I'm going to say hello to everyone. I never get this chance anymore. Getting intimate. Who did I miss? SDA, American Comics, Some Person. Who else is here? Who have I missed? Scrolling down, I see Lord Ravener. Yeah, we haven't seen Steve here in a while. I've got my, can you see it? My tiger blue figure right there. I don't know if you can see it. Jabafina asks if I missed him. Somewhat. Octagon Comics. Who else can I say hello to here? Charlie Chan. All right, I think we're sorted. Shinto Ketchup. Let's jump right into it. There's 30 people here in the chat. Please do like the stream. Oh, hang on. Hang about. We've got 3 watching over on Rumble. Hail you Rumbles. I see Dr. Mask is over there. He's snagging the first. It says Hail SDA, but I'm not seeing any SDA over there. But either way, if you want to watch over on Rumble, we've got Neil. I think we're 1 away from 350 subs, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Jeremy is complimenting Jabafina on her lipstick there. Crazy Mad's in the house. Okay. All right, enough of this jibber jabber waffling. What do I want to show? What do I want to share first? Actually, I want to share this first. So obviously, Private American was one of the shadow ban campaigns that got to get a bit more press because this sort of stuff has happened to Mike before. Mike's a big name. I don't like this. I don't like this screen. I like to be down here. I like to be down here with the people. Let's pull that over a bit. Get a nice, there we go. Looking good. Punisher Creator. This is the Daily Cos. Daily Cos? Daily Cos? What does that mean? What does Daily Cos mean? Cos. I don't know. They seem like communists to me. Cos. Communists? Is that it? What are the things up here? They're talking about Trump, Republicans, Georgia, Raphael Warnock. Can't say that on Twitter. Russia, Joe Biden, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You get the I think they're trying to say chaos. You reckon? Says Crom. Communist only shit. Oh, these guys are full commies. Danny says, I prefer you don't mention me. I don't want to be associated with Bandcroft. Too late, Danny. Already played your video. You're in. Lord Ravener says, Daily Cos is Vice News for retards. Well, you guys are going to enjoy this. Punisher creator Mike Barron releases another racist AF comic book. I love how the left are flipping out over this on Twitter saying, Mike Barron didn't create Punisher. He only wrote the first 50 issues of it, but he didn't technically create the character from whole cloth. He just sort of was the, I don't know. He established the character. Semantics, potato. And I see Vilned in the chat posting potatoes and potatoes. So it's funny, like this article is copying it from both sides. What does it say here? And this is not a name here, by the way. Star Mignon. That is not a name. This is a troll. This very racist comic book. Can you see? This is not journalism. This is something else entirely. Then usually like the lawyers pops up and says, objection. I think that's how you do an article. Anyway, this very racist comic book has in fact already been removed from Kickstarter. Problem is, it has just come to our attention that it's also live on Indiegogo. Oh my God, they're going after Indiegogo. So this is an update. You see you next Tuesdays. You dogs. This is what Comicsgate is all about. Just leave us to make comics. People should be allowed to make comics, you absolute heathens. All we ask is that we be free to coexist. Not enough. We got him kicked off Kickstarter. Now we need to get him removed off Indiegogo. And the way Indiegogo is going at the moment, did Mike S. Miller get his comic removed off Indiegogo for hate? Evolution. This is cancel culture in full effect. Snuggy says F Kickstarter, so does SDA. Crazy Mad says, you're an Australian. You can say it. It's your culture. I know, right? I should say it. Manny just came from Uncle E's live stream. What did I miss? Well, we're going to go through this. I mean, it's more than a hit piece because it's like activism. It's cancel culture. It's like cancel culture, the article. All right. You know what to do. These people are the worst. You can say it in the chat, some person. I give you a pass. That's Australian. I give the Aussie pass. Ay. Iraqis, Afghans, Chinese, Mexican, Lebanese. Is this from anywhere? What is this from? Is this taken from Mike's Indiegogo? Or did you just come up with this? I don't know. These are just a few of the racial and national groups that Punisher creator Mike Baron has demonized in his latest diatribe of racist propaganda and the stochastic terrorism described as a funny book. That's a lot of fancy words to call someone a racist. Yeah, they are. They're actively telling people to report Baron. It's a mob. It's a woke mob in full effect. This is like you're witnessing cancel culture right in front of your eyes. Called The Private American, it is about a vigilante lone wolf, Cuban American. Notice how he left that out. He's not a white guy. He's a Cuban American. Wanted by the FBI, who wears a "Don't Tread on Me" Gadsden flag snake, like a proud patriot. What's going on in the world? Like American flags, traditional symbols of patriotism and liberty are an anathema to these people. While he brutally murders migrant workers and families fleeing fascism. Incorrect. That, I am quite certain, falls under libel. Absolutely incorrect. That's not what's happening in the book. This proud patriot is killing coyotes and other drug traffickers. All under the assumption that they are all human traffickers, criminals, arms dealers, smugglers with suicide bombs. No, he's killing the human traffickers, criminals, arms dealers, drug smugglers with suicide bombs. That's who he's killing. This you made up. So Evolution says, be careful of the word stochastic terrorism. It's a new term the left are using to accuse people of racism and terrorism without needing to show proof of it. Thank you for the explanation. I have no idea. I mean, I suppose I could have looked it up. I ain't as smart as Star Minion here. I didn't have my thesaurus out while I was reading this. Stochastic dictionary. Come on. Having a random probability distribution or pattern that may be analyzed statistically but may not be predicted precisely. Even the definition is a word salad. Just sue this dude. He'll get the street cred and Mike gets the damages. Someone needs this. This article is a piece of like these articles used to be everywhere in 2017, 2018, everywhere, and then CG started to be really successful, and they noticed that we would take this stuff and make money off it, which we will be doing right now. Go back, Private American on Indiegogo while it's still there. Give Mike Barron your support. I'll put the link in the chat there. Yeah, we monetize this nonsense. So they realized, they cottoned on years ago not to do this because we monetize it and we make money off it. And we don't care when idiots go around saying, oh, you're playing a victim card. What is this? Lying about a book while instructing people to false flag it. What is that? Tell me if that's not an attack. That's an attack. This book's subject matter will likely prevent it from ever finding a home on a mainstream publishing house. Yeah, because it's all extraordinarily left wing. That's the way it goes. So that's on the Kickstarter project. Yeah, you think so? Huh? I wonder why. I do wonder why. I want to play you guys a video. You guys, I'm going to play you a video of some, what's the word? Stochastic terrorists. This could get me struck, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to be brave because this stuff needs to be out there. I'm going to play you a video of some stochastic terrorists calling for, I suppose, the brutal murder of migrant workers and families fleeing fascism. You guys let me know what you think about it.
Will certainly do some good.
Look at this
It
guy.
will authorize some badly needed funding for better fences and better security along our borders.
Secure our borders with technology, personnel, physical barriers if necessary
Lady
in
Hitler.
some places.
I voted for a fence. I voted, unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it, I voted for 700-mile fence. And let me
Build
tell you,
the wall.
folks, people are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin. It's all coming up through corrupt Mexico.
Construction of a 630-mile border fence create a significant barrier to illegal immigration on our southern land border.
Can you believe these guys? Can you believe the hate that they're spewing? Talking about having a country with borders. They're practically getting people killed. Stungy says, oh, I have to listen to these assholes. Mike is on with EVS right now. I'm surprised. It's usually past his bedtime. I mean, the Kickstarter was small. They only had 2,000 people. I didn't expect it to. That was actually surprising that it made that much. It's just the sheer audacity of it. Now that they're going after his Indiegogo, it's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Over on Rumble, Retro Elixir says, how would they know that it's all about brutally murdering migrant workers and families fleeing if it hasn't even been published? That's a good question. Very good question. Oh, you said it, Lord Ravener. I won't say it out loud because then my channel will get in trouble. Okay, so it's live on Kickstarter and in violation of their terms of service for offensive material, e.g. hate speech, encouraging violence against others. I disagree. This is the problem with the hate codes and the trust and safety and all that sort of stuff, because this is up to interpretation. And you'll get the people in charge of making the decisions get to make their they get to make a call. It's their opinion that counts. Projects that promote discrimination, bigotry, or intolerance towards marginalized groups. Human traffickers? Is that the? Yeah, I want them marginalized. Arms dealers? Sure. drug smugglers with suicide bombs. Yeah, let's marginalize them together. I'm intolerant of human traffickers. Okay, they're talking about the Thin Blue Line, which was featured on Fox and Friends and drawn by an actual cop. You see where I'm drawing the conclusion that whoever wrote this is a communist. Red to the core. That's what I think. It's D-Wag saying. D-Wag saying, I was told Danny was the fun police policing the chat again. Yeah, when Mobigs can't make it these nights. So Danny comes out to wreak havoc on the chat. There's nothing I can do about it with Mo not in the chat here. But he's missed. He'll be back. This past work is about vigilante police officers who've gone on a killing spree in black communities. Who have to go on a killing spree in black communities. I don't think that's what it's about. Star, I think you're lying again. I think this article is one lie after the other, and printing lies like this in an attempt to hurt someone's business. I'm pretty sure you can get sued for that. Don't quote me on that, but I think you can. I think someone needs to get a letter in the mail. An obvious ode to Fox News talking points and fake news narrative about violent BLM riders that set Kyle Crybaby Rittenhouse and 6 other right-wing extremists just this year on the path of hunting human beings for sport. Do you think he believes any of this? I mean, he must. You wouldn't write this down and risk going bankrupt if you didn't believe this. He has to believe it. It's astonishing. Private American just turns Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, and other 3%er types towards Hispanic, Chinese, and Muslim people and plays into the paranoid, bigoted delusions. Here's a Cuban American protecting children. This is, again, how does he know? How does he know any of this? It hasn't come out yet. This one, you could argue that was their interpretation. This one hasn't come out yet. So how was Kickstarter able to make a conclusion? I hope they overturn it. I'm not expecting that they will, but I do hope that they do. Wow, this is bad, says Atheline. This is what, Atheline, I wish you were here, man. This is what 2017 was like. It was nonstop this. But in 2017, people hadn't really done anything yet. So you couldn't, in terms of books and the massive crowd, revolutionized crowdfunding and in independent comics and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, but man, this is what it was like. All the articles are like this. This is why the articles like this are what Wikipedia points to as proof. So this is just another piece of evidence that will no doubt see being used as a source cited on Wikipedia coming into the future. What are you guys saying? Lord Ravenous says, there we go. Proud Boys are the far left boogeyman. They invoke them when they don't have any facts. Well, like what's happening here, the Proud Boys is led by I think a Cuban or something. He ain't white. So it is quite humorous. The language in this article. Yeah. Okay, so this is part of the selling point for Private American. Let's sell it. Private American is an explosive, gritty political thriller ripped right from today's national headlines and exposing the dangerous activities happening across America's porous borders. Yeah, I showed you a video just earlier about why you can't have porous borders by the heroes of the political left. What's changed? Anyway, the article continues on. Yeah, the same porous borders Orange Hitler supposedly rebuilt. I don't think proper news sites are allowed to call Trump Orange Hitler. It could just be me. I don't know, though. Of course, I'm sure they'll no doubt play these books off as fictional exaggerations. Yeah, it's called a story, bro. I thought you would have known of that by now. It's been going on for about 10,000 years. But we all know these fictional exaggerations are the core belief systems of a dangerous, radical right, QAnon terrorists, and trigger-happy militia types. Like Mike Barron. Hyperwizard says they're permanently frozen in 2016. Classic yellow journalism, says Shinto Ketchup. This is just a comic book. Like when Elon Musk is just joking around when he posts Hitler memes. Oh, shot at Elon. Elon banned Kanye. None of this doesn't make any sense. And I like here they've got a graph from the last 10 years of domestic terrorism. Yeah, well, I mean, when you define domestic terrorism as white supremacist, anti-government, right-wing groups, then you throw in a few Islamists, of which there are, a failingly small number in the US, thankfully. It is going to look like that. If you don't count Antifa, you don't count BLM, you don't count other black supremacist people or whatever, then yeah, of course it's going to look like that. From the Charlottesville anti-Semitic Tiki Torch riot to Asian hate. Asian hate. Wasn't that I don't want to say. There was a certain group of people who were going around kicking the heads in of Asians for a while there. Retro Elixir over on Rumble says, assuming Kickstarter didn't look into anything, if it's such a horrible book, this clown shouldn't have to make things up. I know, right? Why the lies? The rise of vehicle attacks. Vehicle attacks, you know what that refers to? That's referring to people who are having their car windows like banged on, surrounded by a crowd of violent rioters who are killing people. And people put their foot on the pedal and drive over them. That's what I think that is what that's alluding to. Or it's alluding to people who are going to events and driving over them. I don't think he wants to be bringing up Asian hate and vehicle attacks, because I don't think the statistics will go in this person's favor. To the home invasion that left Pelosi's husband hospitalized. Well, again, what is going on here? Private American only fans the flame of political extremism that led to the January 6th insurrection and the death of 5 police officers. Oh, so you do care about police all of a sudden. I thought you didn't. I thought you were anti-cop. I think you're anti-cop. So why? I think whoever wrote this article has a severe case of, I don't know, multiple personality syndrome. Apparently they misspelled anti-Semitic also. This is the kind of radicalization disguised as entertainment that would fit perfectly on a Klansman bookshelf between the Turner Diaries and Mein Kampf, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is the important part. We urge anyone who is offended by this domestic terrorist handbook, this is 100% libel for bubblegum brains. They're insulting you out there. If you backed this book or if you promoted it, they're calling you a bubblegum brain. You're going to take that sitting down. To contact support and tell them hate has no place anywhere, let alone on their platform where decent people go to bring their hopes and dreams to life to make the world a better place. Be better. Well, Mike Barron has dreams. He has dreams of telling a explosive, gritty political thriller ripped right from today's national headlines. You're making that harder on him. Mike has his own website. He had to. It's called theprivateamerican.com. Actually, he does this all the time, where he has the links I don't know if he's actually got any backers on Crowdfunder. Last time he had checked, he hadn't really. Yeah, not really. But he has got it on Indiegogo, and that's up to 760 backers, sitting on 36,000. If he's on Ethan's, he's probably getting more backers right now. Whoa, he's jumped up. Look, that was me. I did that. That's the Bancroft bump right there. 784. See, we're going to monetize this. These idiots over the Daily Cos don't know what they're doing. I mean, they do. They got it taken off Kickstarter. Fingers crossed Indiegogo continues to not care about comic books and just say, oh, look, you can go to a tip jar, and just ignores it and lets him exist in his shadow banned obscurity. Oh yeah, see, they're arguing about who created the Punisher. Blah blah blah. Someone in here is like, yeah, oh, I've reported it to Kickstarter for hate speech. Thank you. Imagine reading an article that's written like this, that uses words like Orange Hitler and basically throws every single communist talking point all into one thing, and then going, yep, I'm being activated. I'm going to go report a campaign that I have nothing to do with. Doesn't bother me, isn't hurting anyone. People have paid for it, and get it taken down. I mean, it's down. So there was, I don't know what that was in US, $2,500 pledge. I mean, the thing with Kickstarter is they take it out at the end, so I guess no money, but that was money that was headed for Mike, and you've just taken it from him. Kay says, I know Mike is on Ethan's right now. We already talked about that. I said I was surprised because it's late. Usually doesn't stay up this late. He's usually tucked into bed. But I guess this is a special occasion. Who do we report costs to for lying? Well, I don't think you can. I think you just sue them. I think Mike and Chris have to sue them for libel. Edwin says they are scumbags, of the highest order. And again, like I said at the start, all we're asking is to be able to coexist. I'm not asking your communist comics don't get put up on Kickstarter or Indiegogo or wherever. Put up as many communist comic books as you want. BLM, Antifa, whatever. But just how about you not be a bigot and extend the same courtesy to those who disagree with you? Is that allowed? Clearly not. But it is available here still, thankfully, on Indiegogo. We've promoted this book a bunch. I think it looks great. Cool art. I mean, they said he's attacking families, migrants seeking a better life from war-torn fascist countries. Is that this guy? Is that this guy here? These are coyotes. They got some pigs. Is that how they dress? Is this migrants? Is this how the migrants dress in 2022? I don't know. Doesn't look like it to me. I think they have a very good case. I think they have a very strong case. That this is an outrageous, libelous hit piece against the esteemable Mike Baron. Lord Ravener backed it on a launch. Thank you for your backing service, Lord Ravener. What do you guys think about Kickstarter? I was talking to Shane. I did a show yesterday with Shane. We talked a little bit about how he's setting up his own site. And he talked about He talked about the impact of all the shadow banning on Comicsgate in general, and you know how it can flow down over, especially over next year. Stoneman's back in number 98. Hail. Thank you so much, Stoneman. I'm going to leave that right there. I see Felix Haas is on it. He's posting the link there in the chat. Hyperwizards asked, did he stop eating candy at any point? I don't think he did. he needs to sort out those candies. He's gonna end up with a toothache at some point. No one wants a toothache when you're trying to stay on top of a deadline. But here's my concern. I'll just put it out there. And we've talked about this a little bit, but we'll talk about it again. If we say, like we did last time, well, I mean, Kickstarter's been doing this for years now. You know, they booted Mike S. Miller. They famously booted your boy Zach. They've booted others. And now we've got Indiegogo shadow banning. So a lot of you guys out there who are, you know, you guys are sort of dyed-in-the-wool culture warriors. You've been in the thick of it now for years. You've had it up to here with the hypocrisy, with the fake inclusivity, which is actually like disguising bigotry as inclusivity and diversity. So you're like, well, F it. I don't want to back on Indiegogo. I don't want to back on Kickstarter. I want you guys to make your own websites. And Shane showed off his website and I was blown away. I'm like, wow, that is so much more advanced than anything I was dreaming of. Ravener says Kickstarter was looking less bad in relation to the Indiegogo shit show, and now they whipsaw. Is that a whipsaw? I never read that. Back into the gutter. Well, I don't think I mean, I think we look at it like we try to think, oh, you know, do they like us? Do they not like us? I think we just have to operate under the assumption that these companies couldn't give a single shit about us, and they will tread on us at a moment's notice. Like, you're on thin ice at all times. Anytime you put your stuff on these websites, I think this is how it has to be. Here's the problem I have. Let me grab some of your comments. Simply Green. I switched to Indiegogo the first time Kickstarter started behaving like dicks. Now Indiegogo are acting up. Can we just have a space? The problem I have is, actually JDA did a video on this, is you guys are awesome. It's not you guys. You guys aren't the problem. It's capturing the kind of more normie crowd who aren't really on YouTube, aren't following, aren't paying attention, aren't on Twitter, don't really know what's going on, don't really care. They're very happy to buy Private American if they see it, if they come across it. They're very happy to back the Lucent or Inglorious Ricks or whatever it is if they happen to see it. But they're never gonna find it on 9lives.com or, you know, privateamerican.com. It's just not going to happen. So it really is, and you know, Shane articulated this, and you know, I think I'm in agreement with Shane that if we only sort of retreat to our own spaces, then we are relying 100% on you guys here in the chat. And I mean, look at the YouTube space. Our biggest channel, which is Ethan's, gets like maximum 1,000 to 1,500 people watching. There's guys out there like Nerdrotic, others that are getting 5,000 to 10,000. So there's people out there who would be interested in this sort of stuff, but we don't necessarily have the reach. We don't have the capability at the moment to reach them. My thinking is that and I've said this before and I've copped some shit for it, and that's just how it has to be, is that we don't just say, well, screw these guys, they F with ours, we're leaving them, we're not going to give them any money. I think if you guys want to say that as backers, go for it. If you don't want to put any money into Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever, I support that. That's why I think we need to be offering alternatives. But as creators, and as sort of wanting to keep this thing Comicsgate going into the future, we always continually need to find new people. And if we're continuously retreating into smaller and smaller places on the internet, I don't think that's how it's going to be done. So my idea is we do the opposite, and we go and we plant our flag right in their backyard, where knowing that they hate us, and finger up to them and saying, we're here. If you don't want it to, you better kick us off. At that point, essentially, we have to have alternatives for those of you in the crowd, the backers, the fans who are like, nah, I'm done. I don't want to give these companies money if I don't have to. If I can support these creators on their own platforms, that's what they would prefer. But we also have to understand the reality of the situation, that's in the broad scheme of people who are even backing comic books, that's still like a small percentage of people. And I don't want to see all these creators who've put in years and years of work now, building up audiences, trying to get out there into the internet, being sort of sequestered away from the general buying audience. One of the main arguments that the guy was saying to Ripper was, you're not selling to everyone, you're only selling to your audience. It's like, no, he's selling to everyone. There's nothing stopping anyone from going to these sites and backing on them. The only thing that really does prevent it is people just don't really do that. It's not in their habit. They are in the habit of going to Kickstarter. They are in the habit of somewhat of going to Indiegogo. Michael Deitcher calls it a fighting retreat. Make them actually throw you out while you're also developing other options. That's a good way of putting it. KSS says always be selling. Matty Fowler's laughing at Crackstarter. Bow. Hal Matty Fowler. What are you guys saying? Philip V, it was nice backing Isom directly from Eric. Yeah, I agree. If the option is there, and I'm going to tell you guys, having set up my own, and we are about to get to that, it ain't easy. It's actually, even doing it as simply as I'm doing it, it's taking time to set it up. Indiegogo really was a fantastic solution for 3 years until it wasn't. But yeah, I can't even imagine the sort of effort that Yarnsey is putting into Shane's site, because that's basically an Indiegogo type clone. Ray says, as the creator, having multiple options and outlets is key. That's also going for marketing and getting your stuff out there. I think that's how we have to be. Now, I know some people don't agree with that. And again, I said, I'm not asking fans who don't want to back on Kickstarter or Indiegogo to just suck it up. I think the better option is, creators have that alternative, that option. And what Shane was talking about was, it would be the best solution if on the home site, on the creator's site, they can aggregate all the different funding numbers into one number. And I think that would be the ultimate solution. I don't know how easy that is, but that would be best. 24 Hours creators will have to grab their balls and sue. For what we just read, I'm no law guy. I'm no lawyer, but that was some straight, it was almost, I think they were being so ridiculous to sort of be on the point where they could maybe try and argue, oh no, this is parody. But obviously it wasn't, because they were directly asking people to go and flag someone's source of income. That ain't cricket. And you don't mess with another man's food, his lunch. Like that, these people are so far beyond the moral. And what's so terrible is about it is they're so sanctimoniously moralizing about it. Stoneman says, you're getting very close to it. We're here, we're queer, get used to it speech. Boomers need to learn to code. Yeah, we really do. Lord Ravener says that new loosened cover is fire. Well, thank you very much for the segue there. All right, just catching up with the chat because looky CG. Oh, by the way, we added Testament 2 to CG Now. That's up there if you want to go grab it. Great looking book from Chimera and a bunch of others. That is available. But today I will be talking to you about this right here, The Lucid Waking Dream. Second Chance, I guess I'm calling it. The new cover. I've said this a bunch of times just for anyone who hasn't heard it. Unbelievably, Jeremy the other day said he hadn't even seen this cover. So, you know, even though you share it out and you think people are getting the message, some people haven't. But yeah, so what I'm doing here with this is I was just going to put this up onto eBay, but I thought that's lazy. Let's take this opportunity to try this out. And that's what I've been doing now for the last 2 weeks. I think the site is pretty much ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Maybe a little bit more testing, a little bit more tweaking the knobs, so to speak. But this will be happening. Let me show you what it looks like at the moment. So yeah, it's just a pretty straightforward page. I kind of based it off how Ripper did his. You go to the ripperverse.com. You might see some similarities with how it's kind of laid out. So it's pretty straightforward. So up here you've got that just takes you to the home page. You can search. I mean, you can't really search for anything, so I don't know why you need that there. There is an option to make an account. You don't have to. It's just there. Like it essentially just saves your address and it shows you what your orders are. Cuts the cart. Okay, I'm all straightforward here. Second Chance campaign. Yep, cool. Took a nice photo of the book. Too bad Mo isn't here. He recognizes this. This is the propaganda trailer, just jam-packed with awesome YouTubers praising the book, which I had to put in there, and also a bunch of reviews that I took from both the Indiegogo page and eBay sales that I've had. I've sold nearly 100 books on eBay, which is fantastic, amazing. But eBay takes a 14% cut, which is outrageous. They do everything. They all you have to do is upload it. And it's all there. Everything's worked out for you. You put in the tracking number, it sends out the thing. But I mean, Shopify does the same thing. So, and I think their cut is like 2% or something. So I'm looking forward to that. But this will be very simple, very bare bones. I've made it so you can sign up to the email list. If you're from another country other than the US, as soon as you come, you'll be able to select your currency. So you'll be able to see it in your exact currency. So if we go to the actual, what I'm calling the campaign page, this is what it's going to look like. Now, these numbers are just, this is during testing phase. The campaign is not live. That's just what will be written there when it goes live. And it'll have a countdown of the actual days. Dogecoin, ask KSS. No, I don't think I'll be offering Dogecoin. It'll be pretty standard, all the normal things. I won't be doing PayPal yet until the books are actually printed, and I can be assured that I'm sending them out straight away because that's how Ripper got his funds seized. I know there are still people out there who prefer to use PayPal. So, you know, is what it is, but I'm not gonna screw with them with the whole pre-sale thing. It just seems like a EBT. I think that, yeah, what is EBT? I think that is on there. What is EBT? Can you elaborate on that, Snuggie? VB gift cards, suggests Lord Ravener. I mean, the cool thing is I can add whatever I want. It's pretty, it's pretty easy to just add stuff. There'll be an option for, you can, whether you want a signature, do you want it signed on the cover, signed on the title page, unsigned? That's up to you. I should actually refresh this so you can see what the animation looks like. EBT is food stamps. Oh, we don't have them here. So no, it's not that. I thought it was a different payment method. Thank you. It's great to see you, Antoine, by the way. I feel like we don't see you much anymore. So it's great to have you here in the chat, man. Yeah, I want to just refresh this so you can see what the animation looks like. It's pretty cool. So there you go. That pops up and that does that. I mean, the numbers are fake. You can tell it goes up to like the hundreds, and then it's back down to $4. But I don't care. It looks pretty cool to me. I couldn't get I originally had a different app. It was total rubbish. It was buggy as. I couldn't get a bar like the other ones. But I think that percentage number, I mean, it does the same thing. And that's sort of like custom too. I did a little bit of custom work. I mean, not really, but pretty cool. So there's that. You go down and it's just it functions more like a store, because it is a store. It's not like what Shane is doing, which looks like a proper replication of a crowdfunding site. This is more like a store. You add things to your cart. Check out this cool. Now I've got the new price on this, $15 for the enamel ginger root hand. Where is that? I think I had it. Here you go. Check out these cool photos I took of them. This is like a challenge coin thing. And yeah, that, you can go on these. You can buy these things by themselves. But if you buy them with the second edition, obviously it won't be shipping until the actual book ships. So that's the only sort of stipulation there. But if you just wanted these three things, which I don't know, maybe someone would, they'll ship straight away. But if you want this new cover, I'm still in the sort of test phase of this. I'm testing, getting test prints of the colors and stuff like that. I've set it to fulfill on February 2023, but I mean, hopefully it won't take that long to print them. But you just never know. I'm really hedging my bets, because last time was an absolute friggin' nightmare with printing. I just don't want to get caught out again. Ginger Root Mafia. There's Sumo. I think there's 40 of them. I think you sent 45 or something like that. So I've put 40 up. So what I might do is I'll put like where is it? Like a limited thing here or something. I don't know, some kind of thing that says limited. And this one will say pre-sale or something. These I've got. I mean, I guess these are limited as well, but 45. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Philip V says, I got one prized possession. I tell you, you've got one of the enamel ginger roots. They're rare, man. They're the rare deal. I know D-Wag has one. I've seen him show them off. He says, I have an awesome metal ginger root hand mailed to my dumpster, as long as it came in mint condition. Lord Ravener says, damn it, now I have to get an enamel hand. Yeah, I suppose like getting quick though. The shipping on this campaign is incredibly competitive, by the way. So if you just get the book, this book, the reprint, the second edition, it's $20 plus $10 shipping. If you add anything else, the poster, the unedited edition, or the hand, I'm pretty sure it pumps up to $15, but it doesn't go any higher than that. That's the maximum. So add as much stuff you want to your cart. And yeah, I'm also having a puzzle shipped to me as we speak. I did a test puzzle of this cover. I can't wait to see it. I hope it turned out good. But if it does, I will absolutely be adding that to the campaign as well. But you know, it'll be a 30-day campaign. We'll see how it goes. I have no high expectations of this. I understand it's a reprint. A lot of you guys have already got the book, so you don't need it again. But I don't know. If people want it, they can get it, and I get to test out this thing and make it work. So if I want to do this on Pain of Death, which I think is more and more looking like a necessity, I want to have done it on a smaller campaign, essentially. I don't want to just jump in on the big one, Raw Dog. Not Bro Dog, Raw Dog. So, yeah, this is my, like, test it out. Stick my feet in the waters and put my toe in the waters and see how it goes. Puzzlegate, hashtag Puzzlegate2. Snuggy says he's going to get a puzzle. Oh, the puzzles are so cool. I can't wait to get it. We're going to have a family time when the puzzle comes in. Clark loves puzzles. He's been aching for it. So I thought, well, I think this would make a really good puzzle too, because it's got lots of different areas. You know, like someone can work on the orange buildings, someone can work on the electricity in Ella, someone can work on the sky, someone can work on the cars. It'll be good. It'll be good. Stoneman's in. I don't make any money on the puzzles, but I don't care. Get them out there. Hashtag Roll Dog. Yeah, I can't believe it. So this will be happening on the 15th. We'll do a whole show of it. And yeah, it'll be good. We'll see. Philbo says puzzles versus bookmarks versus stickers. I know, right? Judd, you behave. Judd says, I will work on Ella. Ella's taken. All right. You leave her alone. And by the way, she doesn't have any nipples anyway, so you wouldn't enjoy her. Sumo Thori, though, gifted 5 memberships. You little ripper. Hold on a sec. Where is it?
You little ripper! Thanks, lads.
Thank you so much, Sumo. And welcome to Bull Durham, another backer of the Lucent. Thank you so much, man. Sketch, Justin Kubik, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fago Tree, and R. Brueggemann are all members. Thank you so much, man. You guys are crushing it. And Sumo, you're a legend. Cheers, big ears. Felix says, I'll back a big puzzle. I mean, I can put on the option for 500, 1,000, or 2,000 for the, like, that's like hardcore puzzle gators. Hardcore. I got the 500 because I want Clark to be able to do it. 1,000, he would just give up in 2 seconds. But I sold 1,000. I thought I sold quite a few 1,000s last time. The 2,000. I don't know. It's going to be a monster. KSS says we're not playing Russian roulette with the kids. Bancroft's family loves puzzles. It's a lot safer. Asumo says, can you make one with 10 pieces of DWAG? I can't, but I can do 15. The only problem is it costs the same as a 500. I wanted to do some kids puzzles, well, for Clark, and I was like, they're still $40 or something. I don't know what, like $35. I was like, that's a lot for 15 pieces of cardboard. My goodness. All right, before we leave, there is one other thing I want to show you guys, which I want to get you hyped for. I want to get you amped. I want to get you riled up. I want to stir your cockles. And that is for the upcoming auction, which is kicking off this Saturday, over on Joe Sontag's channel. It's coming over here. So it starts at 7 p.m. on Joe Sontag's, and it's going all the way into the night on Jeremy's. So it's like a bar hopping. It's like stream hopping. It's going to be massive. Joe has put up a little video just to show off some of the pieces that will be on display. Stir your cock holes, says KSS. Yes, I will. Although Suma says, stay away from my cockles. Well, because you asked, right. Cock what? Check this out. This video is awesome.
On December 10th comes the Epic Art Auction. Comes your chance to bid on pieces from legendary artists Kenneth Rokerfield, Billy Tucci, Dan Fraga, Brett Booth, as well as Alexa Lowe, Joe M. Sontag, Chris Graves, Jason Bascom, Jonathan Wayshed, Rich Ayala, Shelby Robertson, Dan Dull, Jonathan Jenny, and so many more I don't even have the time to list. 3 streams, 1 night. December 10th, the Epic Art Auction. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and get there early. Bid twice, bid often. Starts at 7 o'clock on YouTube with Joe M. Sontag, 9 o'clock with Michael Bancroft, and finishing up at 10 o'clock with Jeremy Lord Crackhead. Do not miss your chance to be a part of history. The Epic Art Auction.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be amazing. We've only done one auction here on the channel before. I won it. I probably won't be winning this time, but yeah, it is gonna be good. It's gonna be massive. It's all for a great cause, raising money to help out the family of a beloved CGer. They've recently learned how to pronounce his name. It's Sean Arendt. So yeah, this is what we will be doing. What's D-Wag saying? We're also premiering the Crack Pack Holiday Special this Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern on my channel. Hope to see you all there. D-Wag, stream more, bro. We need you. We need you here in this fight with us. One final thing before I go, and that is tomorrow I will be going live at 8 p.m. for a one-time only special early stream, because at 9 p.m. I will be hanging out with Arvid over on his Crowfire show. So yeah, so 8 p.m. tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll be stepping on anyone's toes, but can't be avoided. Is Robin Bancroft on tonight? Ask Hyper Wizard. Yes, it is. That will be kicking off in 3 hours, I believe. So yeah, enjoy that. And Steve says new trailer dropping in about 10 minutes. Awesome. All right, guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please do give the stream a like and go and help out if you can. Not there. You can't do it there. Right here, the Private American. Let's see how many backers I've gotten Mike Barron in this time, actually. Let's do a refresh. Wow, 3 more. Fantastic. And I got that waffling on about my own book. Awesome. I want to thank the chat. You guys continue to be the most amazing, spectacular, incredible, amazing. I need some new adjectives here. I get Mel to write some up for me. Phenomenal and ever sexiest chat in all of CG. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I'll see you over at Ron Rob's in a few hours. But after that, 8 p.m. tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.
Individually, we are weak like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty